Was not expecting y'all to be there this soon. Man, we doing a late night version, man, of The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, man. It's spooky hours, man. I don't know, this might be the first live that I fall asleep during, so y'all might be witnessing something that nobody has ever seen before. So what I'm gonna try to do is explain. Before I explain, let's do it right. What's really good? What's really, really good? Let's set y'all evening on fire with some information, man. Hope everybody is doing well. Ready to open up their minds. Get into this weird thing that we call the metaverse, man. I'm gonna try to go for the shock and awe. I ain't trying to keep y'all here for a long time. I ain't trying to waste y'all time with nothing. Y'all already know the vibes. It's the Hood Mystic representing www.hoodmystic.com, learnsiderio.com, as you can see, columbianexchange.com, as y'all all know. And if you don't know, that's where you get all of our products from, all of our books, all of our herbs. Such a wide selection of wonderful dry herbs for magical or medicinal purposes. We always trying to get you out of the matrix, trying to get you out of the metaverse. However, you know, motherfuckers gonna love what they love. So let's talk about it. Let's open up my vibration screen and get into my presentation. If we would, I thought I had it already put up and queued up, but I obviously didn't. This is The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction. And of course, I gotta break down what I mean by the truth is stranger than fiction. We sometimes watch fiction on our television screen and imagine it to be very impressive with the digital effects and, you know, the storylines and shit like that. And then we look at our world like, damn, my world is boring. My world ain't really lit like that. My world really on bullshit. And the idea of this is to bring some truth into the fiction, to kind of open your mind as to what's really going down, and so you don't get caught up in the metaverse, because like it's an overarching theme in these particular movies. So from how I view it, it's a line of movies. It's Johnny Mnemonic, which is played by Keanu Reeves, right? Keanu Reeves is then Neo in the Matrix, but before, in between Johnny Mnemonic, probably like in between or before, I'm trying to think of the years. Oh, it'll be after. So Johnny Mnemonic is talking about the world in 2021. Ready Player One is talking about the world in 2045. Past that point, you got The Matrix, which is 2245. The point of this conversation is that they're talking about the same movies and they're talking about the same devices. Some of y'all even bought these damn devices for y'all kids this fucking Christmas. So, what am I talking about? I'm gonna have to keep doing this. So, peace to the family, peace to the family. Johnny Mnemonic is a 1995 cyberpunk action thriller film directed by Robert Longo in its directorial debut. The film stars Keanu Reeves. For a little brevity, a little clarity, Keanu Reeves was also in, he was Johnny Mnemonic, but he also John Wick, right? In John Wick 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's also Constantine, right? The man who, the Roman god, the Roman emperor who introduced Christianity to Rome. And of course, he is Neo in the Matrix. But this Johnny Mnemonic came out before the Matrix. The Matrix came out in 1999. This came out in 1995. But it's like, these ain't separate movies. These is the same type of movies. It's just a sequel to a prequel to a sequel. And I say all of this because like the same shit is happening. And I'm gonna just show y'all just like these little details of how like the truth is stranger than fiction. So the plot of this movie is 2021, right? What year are we in right now? 2021. Society is driven by a virtual internet. We literally on the virtual internet having a conversation. So the truth is stranger than fiction. In 1995, because like really the internet in 1996. In 1996, 20 million American adults had access to the internet, right? So in 1995, not that many people had access to the internet. So even on the cusp of the internet, people still wouldn't even understand how fucking crazy the internet was going to be in 1995. So this movie is just like, when it came out, motherfuckers wasn't even into it because there's like, they couldn't conceptualize it. Here we are in 2021, literally in a society driven by a virtual internet, right? And it's more of a prophetic thing, which has created a degenerate effect called nerve attenuation syndrome, or NAS, right? The crazy thing about that is the Matrix came out like last week, but also Nas put out a CD called Magic. Magic is the 15th studio album by American rapper Nas. The truth is stranger than fiction. Like, they talking about this shit in a movie, but in 2021, real life Nas put out a CD called Magic on December 24th. Matrix. See, this is not the Hotep ass worshiping channel. I don't need to kiss ass on this channel to provide content in reference to information. So the Matrix come out December 22nd. Interesting. Megacorporations control much of the world, intensifying a class hostility already created by Nas. Johnny is a mnemonic courier who discreetly transports sensitive data for corporations in a storage device implanted in his brain. Now, let's just look at Elon Musk, because this is going to be a theme too. Neuralink 2021. December 2021 at 6 a.m., Isabel Asher Hamilton had the nerve to write a headline titled, Elon Musk said Neuralink hopes to start implanting its brain chips in humans in 2022. That's the truth. And the truth is much stranger than fiction. This is fiction. They talk about, the Megacorporations. Let's talk about a Megacorporation. Tesla, Megacorporation. Oh, fuck. Listen to this shit. if Tesla, if Elon Musk don't represent a mega corporation, then the truth ain't stranger than fiction, and I need to sit my ass down. Type 1 if the truth is sounding stranger than fiction to y'all, or it's just like the truth is just kind of just like whatever. The truth is crazy. Fuck a movie. Y'all let these niggas get on here and break down the movie and try to give y'all breakdowns, and the breakdowns don't make no sense, and y'all be liking the videos and pumping them up. Tell these niggas that they ain't making no sense. They don't know what they talk about, and they don't understand what's going on in these damn movies. So just sit down and, goddamn, mow the grass or some shit. Like, do something productive. Get some money. Right? The truth is strange. Elon Musk said that combining SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, and Boring under a mega corporation called X would be a good idea. The headline. It's the headline for me. It's the headline for me. How you gonna own SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink? So these mega corporations, control most of the world. Okay. His current job is for a group of scientists in Beijing. I ain't gonna get into that because they gonna cut this video off if I get real conspiracy theoristic. I ain't doing all of that, but y'all can read between the lines. Y'all seen the beginning of Matrix Resurrections. What was the language of the goddamn code? If you paid attention, you was like, that ain't zeros and ones. What are those? What kind of matrix is this? Beijing Matrix, my guy. Welcome to China. Hey, I'm about to start wearing China shit from now on. I'm about to start dressing, saying konnichiwa, nigga. What the fuck? I know where I'm at. Y'all must not know. Johnny initially, the truth is stranger than fiction, y'all. Look at this, man. Tell me how this makes sense. Biden, White House set. Why he always on the set? What is going on? What happened to our country? Why he always performing it on the set? My man be on more television shows than goddamn Roseanne, dog. I ain't lying. Who is the most famous actor in America? Joe Biden. That's easy. Joe Biden getting all the Oscars this year, y'all. Y'all better not even... Keanu, goddamn Dr. Manhattan, don't show up to the Oscars this year. Joe Biden getting all of them bitches. I'm getting too political. Somebody mad. I don't mean to make nobody mad. I'm trying to have fun. Y'all know this past my bedtime. This is all melanin talking now. Like, nigga, you supposed to be in bed. Johnny initially balks when he learns that the data exceeds his memory capacity. So basically, Johnny is in China and they say his brain can only take 180 gigabytes, but they got 320 gigabytes for him. So he got to take it and he got to hold all of this information in his brain, and it's more than he can handle. But he got to get it outside of his brain in a matter of 24 hours or else he gonna die. So that's the overall gist of the movie. Johnny warns to have the data extracted within a few days or suffer psychological damage. The scientists encrypt the data with 3 random images from a television feed and start sending these images to the receiver in Newark, New Jersey. All right, so Johnny starts witnessing brief images of a female projection of an artificial intelligence. All right, so boom, bam, flim, flam, jim, jam. This right here, what they talking about in the movie, Cause like a lot of people, you be talking about shit and it's like Sophia, wisdom, matrix. This is why I'm like, all right, the matrix of Sophia, right? It's not like a thing, right? It's a whole bunch of different concepts of it. You can look up the etymology of matrix. You can look up Sophia and Gnosticism, right? Sophia is a major theme along with knowledge among early Christian knowledge theologies grouped by, woo, that's a word for your ass. Damn Wikipedia. Gotta learn a new word today. A person who studies or writes about heresies. So, grouped by the heresiologists Irenaeus as Gnostica, or knowing, or men that claim to have deeper wisdom. But the men that claim to have this deeper wisdom comes from Sophia, this overarching theme. So the movie is called The Matrix. If they called the movie Pussy, right, would you go to see it? Why wouldn't you go to see the movie Pussy Resurrections, Pussy Revolutions, right? Why you don't want to go see Pussy Resurrection? That's Matrix is a uterus or a womb. You ain't know that? Basic etymology. So when we talk about Matrix, and then I'm gonna show y'all what it's really about, and then I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Matrix, uterus, womb, from the French matrices, uterus, womb, and directly from Latin matrix, generative, matrices, pregnant animal, late Latin, womb, also source, origin, matter, mother, right? So when Johnny starts witnessing these brief images of a female projection of an artificial intelligence, see, this is in 2021. This is the start of the Matrix. This is why they had Matrix Resurrections come out in 2021. That's why the movie was shit. It didn't make no sense because they just had to hurry up and keep the shit in order because they did prophecy for this shit, man. They needed Johnny Mnemonic to come out, right? And some of the themes that are still that's very serious, Pharmacom, right? Pharmacom, one of the Megacorporations, right? You already know Pharmacom, that's fucking Mike Tyson hit you with what? He hit you with a jab. He don't hit you with a hook, he hit you with a jab, right? Pharmacom, one of the Megacorporations run by Takashi. Don't tell me, no, it take place in, do we got some Chicago parts in here? No, I don't take parts in Chicago. I'm gonna tell you another connection to The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction, though. We can do Johnny Mnemonic 2021. A very important theme in this movie is what? A dolphin. What? Talking to my scale. All right, so boom. The truth is stranger than fiction. The damn disease in Johnny Mnemonic is called Nas. There's also a character in here called Jones that's connected to Ice-T. But y'all see that? Nas Jones? For those that's like in the that came here on the yellow bus, what's Nas's real name? Nasir Jones. Nazir Ben Oludura Jones. And I'm just saying, it's just weird as hell that Nas got a damn album called Magic come out December 24th of 2021 that don't nobody want to hear. Y'all ain't listen to that damn CD. Don't listen to it now, because I told you. Nobody give a fuck. Play that damn Illmatic, that Stillmatic. And then after that, man, you on your own. You know what they like to do? The white boys, they like to go and play goddamn frisbee golf. You take a goddamn Nas CD. Make a great fucking frisbee dog. But I digress. Dolphins, once used by the Navy, which can help decrypt the data in Johnny's mind. So according to Johnny Mnemonic, because the truth is stranger than fiction, I know this to be an actual truth. Y'all might not be here with me, but this is an actual truth. In 2021, a dolphin is used by the Navy, which can help decrypt the data in Johnny's mind. Allegory, right? But young Dolph can help you decrypt the bullshit in your mind. You got money issues, but you not listening to young Dolph faithfully. That's your fault. He literally is the god of money. Your ass broke, not even listening to no young Dolph. They tell you in 2021 what you're supposed to be listening to. A dolphin. Because the truth is stranger than fiction. Y'all can determine whether the truth is what's the fiction. I'll let y'all decide that. A dolphin once used by the Navy. So the overall plot is cured by the damn dolphin and Ice-T. As J-Bone transmits the Nas cure, which should be magic, comes out December 24th, 2021. Information across the internet, probably this video. Johnny and Jane watch from afar as the Pharmacom headquarters goes up in flames from the public outcry. So overall, they saying by the end of this, we gonna be like, yes, we took them down. But not yet. We still in the realms of people being afraid of allegories and things of that nature. So Johnny Mnemonic, y'all got to keep track with me. 2021 is telling the story of singularity, how people are going to merge with these machines. And that's an interesting story that people can talk about and be like, that's some wild shit, bro, to think like you will merge with machines. But Neuralink, merging man with machine. No, man, the truth is stranger than fiction. How Neuralink merging man and the machine can change the future. It's the headline for me. You feel me? So let's talk about some allegory of this movie Ready Player One. Just want to show y'all some allegory. Because a lot of times y'all be watching these movies literally or trying to break them down incorrectly. And everybody deserves a shot at breaking down. My thing is, if my breakdowns ain't entertaining, then let me know. I'll cut this damn video off right now. Perhaps the most obvious allegory lies within the novel setting, The Oasis. We're going to talk about Ready Player One. But I'm just trying to open your mind up to when you watch The Matrix and kind of peep the allegories, how you don't need to break down nothing in the movie. You need to break down some shit that's happening in your fucking house, fam. Fuck the movie. You could break down the movie to smithereens. But 10 times out of 10, when you get into some allegory, it's supposed to hit close to home, fam. All right, so now mind you, we 20 years from now. 20 years from now, because we done moved past the Oculus, because what's the thing about Johnny Mnemonic? What he wearing? What he wearing in 2021, y'all? What is he wearing in 2021, y'all? He wearing the Oculus set in 2021 with the gloves. Hold on. I got to get a good picture of it. Right? The truth is stranger than fiction. This is fiction, right? He's wearing this. There's a fictional tale. But in real life, I want to see if y'all can watch my story. I put this on my story just for this video. In real life, this is y'all. In real life, this is y'all. The truth. If the truth is stranger than fiction, put some ones in the chat. I gotta know if the truth is stranger than fiction, y'all. Y'all can watch these movies and jack off and not want to break down nothing. You gotta look at goddamn Shade Room and be like, oh yeah, no, this shit fucked up. This shit over. What Bobby say? This shit over with. This shit over. It's over. So in the movie, I ain't about to show you clips of the movie because they be demonetizing the fuck out your boy. I'm gonna show y'all some Google shit and y'all can watch the movie on your own time. But it's a part in the movie where he literally is hacking into the Matrix using the Oculus set that was in every single store from Target to Walmart. And I'm gonna break all of this shit down. Right? So in 2021, they imagining that y'all can, if y'all can get with the Oculus and do this and act like you fighting somebody, then they got y'all. Cause when it come to sticking a damn chip in your motherfucking brain, they already, if you gonna do this, remove your sense of the actual 3D world, shut that off, but be awoke, but not meditate, but be in the Oculus, you already done. Because that's the setup. The Oculus is the setup. The whole shit from October 5th to now has been a complete and utter setup that don't have nothing to do with combining your masculine energy with your feminine energy and rising together. That's bullshit. Because these women are draining you for everything and you won't have shit. These dudes will have sex with your mama. You understand what I'm saying? And you be acting like I love him. He looking at your mama, sis. You don't rest your livelihood on no stranger. Whoever keep telling y'all that lying. It's deeper than that. Much deeper than that. It's real life deep. It's real life deep. It ain't even like metaphysical spirituality. Spirituality might not help you if you don't actually understand the difference between the five senses and spiritual nature, right? Because the overall gist of Ready Player One is use this device because the outside world is bullshit. Now I used to live in Columbus where the movie is set at, right? I'm sure in 2045, if you was to drive a little bit outside of where the movie is set into New Albany and fucking the rest of the fucking country, it'll be the same nature beautiful shit. Cause it's always been that. The country has always been beautiful and luscious and green and wonderful. It's just that the hypnosis of a city, right? Of city life, city understanding has us thinking that, oh shit, I need this damn computer and I need this damn phone. I need this damn video game. Because outside of this shit, life is horrible. If you don't take your ass to a motherfucking park and act like that's enough, because maybe at a certain point, it will be all you have. But you couldn't never think that life ain't based upon the fucking devices and shit like that. Anyways. The Oasis allegory is an allegory of escapism using technology to engage all the senses, giving the illusion that this imaginary world is real. So it's deeper than anything else if you will buy a fucking Oculus set. You will buy an Oculus set, you will play a video game, you would do all of these things real normal, like not even thinking, like nothing wrong with it. Everybody's doing it. I seen it at Target. I thought it would be a great Christmas gift looking ass boy, looking ass girl. It also represents an ideal world, an image of what could be achieved if people directed their efforts towards the real world and not the Oasis. This is what they're trying to get you to in 2045. But when is the Matrix set? What year? When is the Matrix set? I don't know. 2199. So they say 2045. They like, they pushing us like, oh yeah, we can finally get them outside. But then they say by the time 2199 come, it's over. The machines have completely taken over you. And the machines is actually the shit. Like, you really is you versus machines. Pharmacom, Megacorporations, that's the ops. And that's the truth. But them is the people that you work for. Them is the people that put food in your belly because you don't got real survival skills and shit like that. It's a lot of people that tune in and tap into the technology as they source of fucking income. Meaning that if the electrical grid was to shut down, they don't got no other hustle for cheese or fetty or no guaparini. They would be shut down. Yeah, I work from home. What if the computer goes down? You don't work from nowhere. You work from your ass. You work from goddamn the hostro. Because you ain't got no skills, no real world skills. And you can literally live a whole complete life set up based in technology and never even understand who you are as a spiritual being. I wish I could explain that a little clearer. I'm gonna really sit back and do some feature work on spiritual beings having a human experience and in the technology and functionality of it, because I think that would be very useful to the collective, as opposed to just thinking that they're this human vessel and taking that 5 cents reality and being manipulated by these fucking archons. It is a world not only of heroic quests and zero gravity nightclubs, but a stable society with great educational systems. It's the headlines for me. Online education is here to stay for colleges and universities. How can we make it better? I don't know, blow it all up, because it ain't teaching you shit. You got porn in one tab. You got porn in one tab in your assignment, and you got your goddamn, y'all don't be listening to your professor at all on them goddamn online lectures. You be capping to say that you is, right? Delimited areas that restrict and place rules in combat, and manages to achieve a level of safety and provides access to jobs and education that the real world cannot provide. Right? So people thinking, I could work from home, I could get a job in the metaverse, I could do the metaverse is this. Then it's like, yeah, sooner or later they gonna come up with a suit that you gonna wear, and there's like, yeah, you could feel good or you could feel bad, and people gonna put on that suit, and people gonna be like buying the suit, and the suit gonna kill them because they gonna actually feel what it feels. They gonna be so immersed in the game that when they get killed, they gonna die. And if you listen to Matrix in the movie, he say, if you die in the Matrix, you die, you really die in the real life. So what is the Matrix? The Matrix is a video game. It's not a video game that you plug into a system. It's a video game that you plug into your brain and then you play it. And that's the fiction. But Neuralink, brain, games. It's the headlines for me. Elon Musk Neuralink shows monkey playing Pong with mind. That's where it's starting. Neuralink, Elon Musk's computer-to-brain interface firm, has released a video it claims shows monkey playing the video game Pong with its mind. Its brain signals were sent wirelessly via an implanted device, The hope is that the interface could eventually allow people with neurological conditions to control phones and computers remotely. So, Johnny Mnemonic, follow me. Johnny Mnemonic, Ready Player One, The Matrix. Let's add another movie though. Hold on. I ain't even gonna do that. I'm gonna cut that one out because that one's too easy. It's already juicy without even making it even meaner. So what is The Matrix about? Neo, Johnny Mnemonic, is Mark Zuckerberg. Johnny Mnemonic, Wade Watts. Johnny Mnemonic, Wade Watts. Neo, it's Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg is a hacker. Neo is a hacker. Gamer. You know what? Facebook ain't a social media site. It's a gaming portal. Y'all don't be like, you'd probably be chatting in Hotep, but if it wasn't for people playing games on Facebook, the site wouldn't even exist. The app wouldn't even exist. Look at your Facebook app and search for the games. So the biggest corporation, Meta, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Oculus, it's all for games. It's a big game. The Matrix is a game. Ready Player One, The Oasis, is a game. The Oasis is a rebrand. So it go from the Oasis to the Matrix. It go from Facebook to Meta. Neo, Mark Zuckerberg. I think that ain't Michael Cera. He ain't Michael Cera. It might be Michael Cera. What's this dude's name? Jesse Eisenberg. The Social Network. Add that into the mix too. That's the prequel. That's the prequel. So if you watch The Social Network, then you watch Johnny Mnemonic, then you watch Ready Player One, then you watch The Matrix, now you say the video game world, trying to make the video game world the real world, because the video game world is ruled by artificial intelligence. Your boyfriend playing NBA 2K right now by his fucking self. Ain't nobody playing basketball with him. He playing against the artificial intelligence. And he be cussing them out too. They fucking cheating, babe. They fucking cheating, babe. They cheating. Who cheating? Your damn computer cheating. Rest in peace, John Madden. That's a ritual too. He old, but that's still a ritual in reference to the metaverse and just this video game world that we live in. God damn it, how big is the video game industry? Scott Pilgrim versus everybody. Who knows? They ain't gonna tell you that. Getting bigger and bigger and bigger. How many billions is that? 100. That's like $140 billion in 2018. Let's look at goddamn video games, COVID. I mean, I don't play video games, and you probably don't play video games either. So don't be trying to break down the damn Matrix is all I'm saying. That's all they talking about. If you can't break down the video game matrix, then you ain't talking about shit. You just trying to sound deep for no reason. Y'all be picking and choosing what y'all break down and don't know what y'all be breaking down. 2/3 of Americans, 227 million, play video games. It's the headlines for me, man. Y'all really going off them damn games. For many, games were an escape. Hold up. What would you do? Y'all know nothing about that. The Oasis is an allegory of escapism, using technology to engage all the senses, giving the illusion that this imaginary world is real. And y'all bought it for y'all children. That's the funny part. Y'all bought the Matrix, the game, the metaverse. All right, let's get into the truth. I want the truth. Facebook changes its company name to Meta. Let's look at Meta real quick. In Hebrew, Meta means dead. The Jewish community will ridicule this name for years to come. Meta, Facebook new name, ridiculed by Hebrew speakers. We're going to start this company and we're going to call it Dead. Motherfuckers would be like, fam, what the fuck? You would not be on Facebook no more. You would not be on Instagram no more. Let's look at this, our Instagram. Look at your Instagram. Open up your Instagram app if you can. If it's already open, close it, reopen it. And you see a little camera and in the bottom it say from Meta. If you read that in Hebrew, it would say from Dead. You literally got an app that say Dead on it and you don't care. You don't give two shits. You trying to blow your Instagram up. You don't give a damn if it mean dead. You gonna buy that Oculus even though it came from the dead company. But why you change his name to Dead? Facebook was doing so good. Let's look at this, man. Let's look at this. Let's talk about this, cause y'all got daughters. Y'all love y'all daughters so much, and y'all don't stop them from getting on damn Instagram. Let's read. Let's get an understanding. A Wall Street Journal article about Instagram's effects on teenage girls' mental health was the impetus for a Senate subcommittee hearing last week. I went to public school. They didn't tell us what impetus means. The force or energy with which a body moves. The force that makes something happen or happen more quickly. So, Instagram's effects on teenage girls' mental health was the force or the energy for a Senate subcommittee hearing last week. You see how studying goddamn definitions help you fucking understand shit? They be writing the words. You be like impetus and you just keep going. Be like, what do Instagram have to do with little boys not having their peters get hard? He didn't say impotent, dumbass. He said impetus. I didn't know the difference. I went to public school. Ahead of what's wrong with me, y'all? This is a cry for help. Ahead of the hearing, the journal published 6 of the documents that formed the basis of the article. Francis Hewen, the former Facebook employee who gathered the documents that form the foundation of Wall Street's Journal Facebook file series, testifies before a Senate panel, which also reviewed the documents. Let's just look at one of these. Which one we want to look at? Teen girls' body image and social comparison on Instagram. Let's look at that one. Cause y'all didn't say nothing when y'all daughter was just sitting on Instagram all fucking day to day. Y'all ain't say shit in bad eye. Said as long as she ain't out here running the streets, we good. No, she need to be fucking with a Tyrone instead of fucking scrolling up and down. You was out running the streets being fast. Why you trying to stop your daughter from doing that? It's a rite of passage. What you mean? You was out and about. Now you trying to protect them with the damn goddamn computers and shit like that. You ain't protecting them. Goddamn psychologically damaging motherfuckers out here. Motherfuckers ain't processing the internet correctly. They not looking at it like, that's not normal. They looking at it like, damn, why can't I be like that? So what's wrong with me? I don't have 15 jets and 28 cars and 18 chains and 13 watches and 15 girlfriends. What's wrong with me? Teen girls' body image and social comparison on Instagram, an exploratory study in the U.S. We conducted focus groups and diary studies in the U.S. to better understand teen girls. Hold on. We conducted focus groups and diary studies in the U.S. to better understand teen girls' experience with appearance comparison on social media and how this has impacted their body image and overall mental health. We found that body image comparisons are formed by a trifecta of factors. I know what trifecta means because I watch basketball. Trifecta means three, so there's three factors, which has a little girl in her mind compare her undeveloped ass body to other people's developed ass, bought ass, photoshopped ass bodies. Body standards, flawless skin, and fashion. Clothes you can't afford, skin that's photoshopped, and body standards that's photoshopped or BBL'd. Other social comparisons include influencer, money for nothing lifestyles. I'm so beautiful and I get paid. So now everybody hoping to get beautiful and paid. It's like, damn, he's so fine. He got to make a lot of money. Look how much damn likes he got on his picture and how beautiful he is on the picture. Look how cute she is. Lori Harvey got to be rich. She's so beautiful. Relationships, family and romantic. No, you thinking that just cool, just scrolling up and down, watching fake ass relationships, fake thrive. And here it is, you and your boyfriend eating pork and beans for dinner. And see, you with your soulmate, because y'all deserve each other, goddamn eating pork and beans. Y'all deserve each other. You don't need to be leveling up or nothing like that. You ain't shit, he ain't shit. And that's how it's supposed to be. What Kanye West said? Kanye West, Brandy. What'd he say, y'all? There'll always be haters. That's the way it is. Hater niggas marry hater bitches and have hater kids. There's nothing that you're gonna do about that. So don't be looking at other people relationships. It could be a hater bitch and a hater nigga having hater kids and you trying to have a hater bitch relationship, a hater nigga relationship, and you don't even realize that these haters done found each other. They just be doing hating ass shit the whole entire time. And if you had that relationship, you would be fucking suicidal because you ain't a hater, you a lover. So love the dusty ass nigga that you got. It's enjoy them damn ramen noodles. Travel. Ain't been nowhere because you can't afford it. Gas is $3 something a gallon. You go to McDonald's, they want $20 for a value meal now. I went and got bread and milk, and they got loan applications at the goddamn checkout counter now. Shit was $58.99. I just got I got a loaf of bread and a gallon of milk. I had to hit him with the Chris Rock. Well, how much for a slice of bread and a cup of milk? I don't need the whole gallon. I'm just trying to make me some damn cookies. And say I need a cup of milk. Here I am trying to buy this whole gallon. See, can I just buy a cup? See, I'm real. I don't gotta be on social media faking and fronting and flogging, acting like, no, shit is expensive. I can't afford it. Y'all need to give me some solutions. What the fuck? I ain't got to front and floss. It's fucked up out here. Don't let social media and people on social media tell you otherwise. Because in other countries, America is a third world country. In Germany and shit, they be looking at America like, yeah, here we go. This might be an ad.
Making you hungry? It's food. Because this type of food releases oil.
Anyways. I'll probably find it on YouTube. Give me a second. I want y'all to see this shit. Cause there'd be some niggas with and watching a rap video and you be jealous of somebody on a rap video. No, these kids is homeless in America. These kids is homeless and they need help.
I honestly thought someone was trolling me.
Americans have been left confused by a German advert for food insecurity in the US. Teresa Morshow recently discovered the ad and posted it on TikTok, attracting nearly 7 million views and thousands of shocked comments.
I thought this was a joke. I honestly thought someone was trolling me, but they're not. I had to go do my own research and I found the video. Brace yourself.
Sie hat nur wenig Zugang zu nahrhaften Lebensmitteln. Ihre schlechte Ernährung kann zu Diabetes, Herzkrankheiten und einer teuren Abhängigkeit vom Staat führen. 49 Millionen Amerikaner leiden unter Lebensmitteln.
49 Americans are struggling with food insecurity, but y'all buying Oculuses and playing goddamn Farmville and goddamn boxing games.
Unsicherheit. Sie sind hungrig nach mehr als nach der nächsten Mahlzeit. Sie sind hungrig.
Basically, we need community outreach and help these little girls understand some shit. I'm gonna keep going because y'all will still let y'all girls get on goddamn TikTok and not care. Social comparison journeys mimic the grief cycle. What? Wait a second. Social comparison journeys where you compare yourself to other people's social existence. You're just the kid. You just came crawling out of somebody's pussy. You don't have no determination of good or bad life because you're just a child, right? But your internet devices that you hold in your hand got you looking at your mama and your daddy sideways. Mama and daddy, why we live in the projects? Charmaine and them live in a mansion and they be always traveling to goddamn Tokyo and shit. Why we don't never do that, mama? And you say, girl, shut the fuck up, right? Shut the fuck up. Shut your ass up, right? But it says here, the social comparison journeys mimic the grief cycle. Pre-existing moods are a precursor to a down. Fuck a movie. Fuck breaking down the damn Matrix. Oh, the Matrix is breaking down is how men and women supposed to come together. Your masculine and feminine. We as the ones. We as the aliens. Aliens and your child is going through a fucking death cycle because of her phone. And you want to get on the internet and talk about fucking aliens to sound deep. Or even worse, listen to somebody talk about aliens. Spooky shit. Spooky shit. Pre-existing moods are a precursor to a downward, what the fuck? A downward, this is what the Facebook people was talking about on their damn sites and shit like that, you know? Yeah, our website, Facebook, Instagram, it's fucking motherfuckers up, man. It's like fucking motherfuckers up. Yeah, we should really shut this bitch down for a little bit, man. Give these goddamn kids a break, man. They be on this bitch like 100 hours a week type shit, man. This is like their job being on Instagram, but they ain't getting paid. Like, they just own this bitch, man. Yeah, we making money, so shut the fuck up. Who brought this nigga into the board meeting? Yeah, get your ass up out of here. She's not a nigga, she's a lady. Her name Francis. Yeah, Francis, get your bitch ass up out of here with this fucking whistleblowing shit. Talk about girl self-esteem and shit. We making billions of dollars, this goddamn tech company. We got money to make. We don't care about bitches' self-esteem. We didn't force them to get the app. Shit, they getting the app and getting people to fucking invest into their goddamn scams and schemes. Shit, they don't give a fuck. They love this app. Anyways, listen to this. Pre-existing moods are a precursor to a downward emotional spiral encompassing a range of emotions from jealousy for no reason, because they hater bitches having hater kids with hater niggas, you jealous of that, to self-proclaimed dysmorphia. Lord, oh Lord knows my goddamn public school education didn't teach me a damn thing, because I see words all the time. Like, what's dysmorphia mean? Deformity or abnormality in the shape or size of a specified part of the body. Now, a lot of these teenage girls aren't developed yet, but they look at these asses and feel like, well, why my ass ain't that big? I'm 10. I should have like, come on now, you little girl. You don't got to worry about none of this, but it's hard to not worry about it when it's right in your face, okay? Confidence building and inspiration are rooted in the combination of reality, accessibility, and attainable aspiration. Social comparison is worse on Instagram. Instagram is perceived as real life, but based on celebrity standards, explore and profile striking enables never-ending rabbit holes. Celebrity content is more frequent, but friend content is more impactful in terms of social comparison. Other apps are shielded by fun filters. TikTok is grounded in dance fun. Snapchat is sheltered by the element of fun that keeps the focus on the face and not the body. And sharing what Snapchat they on? Y'all be getting naked on Snapchat. Y'all be getting naked on Snapchat. Y'all be bucket naked on Snapchat. Alright, so she comes down here and releases all of this information, man, on what Facebook and Instagram is doing to young girls, people in general. Right? And this was like October 5th. Then Facebook and Instagram went down October. Well, this must have been like October 4th. Because right after she blew the whistle, like Too Short and E40, Facebook and Instagram went down and y'all lost y'all shit. I don't know who's liking my picture. I don't know who's sliding in my DMs. Even worse is people who do business on Facebook and Instagram. Your ads wasn't running. They sure was charging your ass though. It was just all bad. October 5th. I'm just setting the tone. And then after all of that happened, they did a complete rebrand. So from Facebook, which is Masonic. What is Facebook? What is Facebook anyways? Like, what is Facebook? Facebook to Ball Cain. Because let's look at Facebook. The sigil magic, the symbol of it. I don't want to look at my actual Facebook account. So this is a cane with two balls. One ball, two ball, cane. Two ball, cane. Two ball, cane. Ball Cain, a descendant of Cain. So we talking about a line of energies, right? This is the more occult symbolism of the actual hypnosis that's actually taking place in real life, whether you know it or not. It's not a hypnosis. It's like, there's some concepts that'll go over your head, and that's okay. But take a second to realize some shit though. Ball Cain is representing a ritual of some sort. But what is this ritual about? The fusion of worldly possessions, owning a centralized might, bespeaks of broadening out that which Cain signifies. So bespeaks of a broadening out of what Cain signifies. So what does Cain signify? So we can figure out what we're broadening out. Possession, acquisition, centralization, draws to itself, to its own center. Selfishness, sharp, cutting, a lance. Cain represents a genius of evil. Okay? Bespeaks a broadening out which Cain signifies. So Cain represents a genius of evil. Thus, Ball Cain, the extension of Cain, the broadening of evil. Okay? Ball Cain. They be scrubbing the internet real good though, for real. You can see it right here. Ball Cain, blue round, Masonic auto emblem. Ball Cain, the 8 of the 7, Revelation 17:11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7 that goeth into perdition. I don't know what the fuck they talk about. James Bond, the 2 balls, the Cain. Bond 007. James Bond is John D, which is like an agent to the king. Like the scientists that work for the king. The mystics that work for the king. Ball Cain was the 8th generation after Cain. Okay. So, in the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th and is of the 7 of goeth into perdition. Perdition just means hell. So this 8th energy of the revelation, which we're in, which is generally talking about Mark Zuckerberg's ass and Bill Gates' ass. Because what we dealing with is a virus. You think that you catch a virus in your body, but really you catch a virus in your goddamn computer. And then you talk about mRNA, you talking about actual messenger RNA. So that's like a digital or some type of machine type medicine that you taking in, this digital energy. And when you on Facebook, they got the COVID updates. And when you on Instagram, they got the COVID updates. It's one in the same, two in the same, three in the same. So Facebook is not like a cool app where you can meet your friends at. It's more of a Masonic ritual. Ball Cain was supposed to be the inventor of the art of forging metals into cutting instruments. Okay, so and these cutting instruments would be like technology, to make it simple. Facebook changes company name to Meta. If this was in Hebrew, I wonder if I could translate it. Well, it would still say Meta. It would say Facebook changes company name to Dead. That's weird. Facebook on Thursday announced that it changed its company name to Dead. The name change was announced at the Facebook Connect Augmented and Virtual Reality Conference. Real quick. I can't spell. So virtual reality, Johnny Mnemonic. Virtual reality, Ready Player One. Same shit. This is all fiction though. This is all some fiction stuff. Virtual reality, The Matrix. But instead of the damn mask or the glasses, they sticking it in your neck. Neuralink, Elon Musk. So if you can buy the damn Oculus, you can buy the damn Neuralink and get it jacked up into the brain for, mommy, I want the next new toy. Sure, honey, I'll get you the next toy. What is it? I'ma stick a damn tube up my ass to play a video game. Sure, honey, how much do it cost? It's free. Sure, that's even better. Whatever makes you happy, baby. So, in real life, we got the Oculus. So that's the truth. In real life. This ain't Johnny Mnemonic. This ain't Wade Watts. This ain't Neo. This is your granddad. In the metaverse. Trying to buy pussy. Granddad, they ain't come up with the technology yet. He like, I'm gonna stand here on the hose straw and wait. This is your granddad just standing on the hose straw waiting for some hoes to start showing up in the metaverse so he can start buying pussy. He got one of the virtual reality Viagra things too. He ain't impetus in the virtual reality. The new name reflects the company's growing ambitions beyond social media. Facebook is now known as Meta, has adopted the new moniker based on the sci-fi term metaverse to describe its vision for working and playing in a virtual world. Today we are seen as a social media company, but in our DNA, we are a company that builds technology. What's up, John? I'm doing a video. I thought this was your mom. I thought it was an emergency or something. Y'all good? Y'all not good?
Yeah.
You is good?
Yeah.
I'm on my way home. No, I bought you something though. I got something special for you. So if you home and I wake up, just ask me for it, okay?
Hey, Dad.
What's up? I bought something for all of y'all.
Okay.
All right, I'll call y'all back. I thought that was my wife. Let me check the chat. My subject matter. You just never know. Say excellent condition. Excellent connection. Okay. Okay. I'm reloaded. Okay, I'm reloaded. Come on, kids. Don't just keep calling me. Today we are seen as a social media company, but in our DNA, we are a company that builds technology to connect people, and the metaverse is the new frontier, just like social networking was when we got started. Social networking, the social network, Jesse Eisenberg, the prequel to Johnny Mnemonic. Oh shit. There you go right there. Hold on. Let's backtrack it. Y'all will get lost. You crazy if you don't think this ain't that. This ain't that. Johnny Mnemonic, The Matrix, Mark Zuckerberg. The only thing is, you don't know that this is fiction and this is fiction, and the truth is you and your baby daddy eating pork and beans. In July, the company announced the formation of a team that will work on the metaverse. 2 months later, the company said it would elevate Andrew Boz. Hold up. What would you do? God damn it. Boz. I feel like it was a character in here that was based off of Boz, but guess not. This character right here, Lena Waithe, is supposed to be. We'll show like a side by side, and y'all will be able to tell what I'm talking. I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. I could show you better than I could tell you. So this is Boz. This is Boz and Mark Zuckerberg, right? Now let's do Ake and Parzival. Just to show y'all how they just be playing with y'all. For the most part. Hold up. We can even do that. So Lena Waithe, the dude that's playing Wade Watts, I don't know his name. Then you got Andrew Bosworth, who is like, he came up with the news feed for Facebook. He developed the news feed, one of the most impressive features of the application. Mark Zuckerberg, he just run the company. He the face of the company. So the Ready Player One was a story on how they was just kind of taking over and they figured some things out. And they was becoming the leaders of the new school. Because if you see, it was this little dude. If you watch, do I got a slide on here that deal with the plot of Ready Player? Yeah, I got Ready Player One plot. We'll get into Ready Player One plot, but hold up. With all this being said, right? Oculus in store. MetaQuest, Dead Quest, Dead. Like if you spoke Hebrew, you would see Meta and see Dead. You wouldn't see Meta. Just the same way if you spoke English and it was something and he was over in goddamn Israel and it said Dead Quest, you'd be like, I can't play that game. It say Dead Quest. That shit weird. Scroll down to the bottom. I don't know if y'all can see that. Facebook technologies. So you don't gotta decode the movie. You don't gotta decode the Matrix if y'all gonna watch the Matrix and then on Christmas exchange goddamn Oculuses like they ain't goddamn death machines. But the thing that opened my mind to it though was the fact of watching the movie and it was talking about video games. And I was like, it was about video games. If you watch Matrix Resurrections, Neo, he worked for this company for this game called Binary. And it's an online RPG game. And so the Matrix is a video game that all of the human beings in the world is hooked up to that's playing it, and they don't realize that it's an actual game. And it don't gotta be nothing that you break down. It's as simple as your damn Instagram account. It's as simple as your Facebook profile. And then for your kids that's playing the goddamn PC or the PS5 or the Oculus all damn day, don't think that you benefiting them in some way. Because there's way too many studies that say that these devices is literal death machines from the radiation, from the psychological. We gonna talk about it. It's 12 o'clock in the morning, but I ain't even finished talking. Imagine that. The Matrix Resurrection has an incredibly smart take on showing video games in the movies by not showing them at all. Movies and TV have notorious tough time depicting video games. They tend towards presenting games as either generic arcade titles or impossibly full-featured virtual realities, neither of which captures the typical experience of playing one. But The Matrix Resurrections, a film that's all about virtual reality, a film that's all about virtual reality, has managed one of my favorite takes by blah, blah, blah. We at that part of the show. Close some of these tabs. All right, Ready Player One plot. In the year 2045, the world is gripped by an energy crisis and global warming, causing widespread social problems and economic stagnation. The primary escape for most people is a virtual universe called the Oasis. Not nature, not working out, not getting out into nature and working out, just this virtual universe that's always been here, that's here now, that people don't have no trouble accessing it and escaping in it, which access with the visor and haptic gloves. So, right, if you can look at this actual picture, that's no different from the Oculus. And this movie came out, Ready Player One came out in 2011. Well, the novel came out, rather. I don't know when the movie came out. Oh, and the new novel came out, Ready Player 2. It's already out. Might have to check that out. So, boom, boom, boom. Hold on. Parzival is the name of Wade Watts. That's the name of his avatar. Now, we remember how the energy of Ball Cain was that of somebody that cut. Now, Parzival is related to Arthur and the Round Tables, right? But mainly known for the sword. Which is a nod to Ball Cain. The Sword of Bahir is only mentioned by Ake, while Parzival is looking for artifacts that will enable him to fly up to the third gate. In the wake of destruction of the castle Anorak by the Cataclysm, the item is returned to Ike when Parzival, having gained administrative powers over Oasis, resurrects. Matrix Resurrection. Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, X and Shoto's avatars along with their items. So this sword, just like King Arthur and the Excalibur sword, just plays on Ball Cain, expanded with Cain. Cain was the first person in the Bible that murdered somebody. So Ball Cain is showing that you don't have to get in their face and kill them. You can kill them in a different way. You don't kill them, because if you a parasite, if you kill your host, then you die. So a good parasite keeps you alive and feeds off of your energy. But see, if you don't understand your own personal energy, it's real easy for you to, you know what I'm saying, be parasited on. So the first key, they in this world, they play this game, and they trying to find these keys. They trying to find Easter eggs. I was just looking at when I hear about Easter eggs, I just think about John Madden, and John Madden just passed away this week. So, peace to him. Got a lot of niggas at home with their baby mamas playing Madden when they usually would be running out the street. So I'm sure he on somebody's altar tonight, giving him some ashe. Then Wade, who goes by the avatar named Parzival, stumbles upon the possibility that the first clue refers to the virtual school planet Lotus, and after defeating an NPC character at Joust, is given the copper key. Well, this is in the book. The movie plot is much different, but it's still the copper key. So what is this movie talking about? It's in America, and it's talking about Americans. The first key that he gets to unlock the game and get some power is taken from the copper key. But if you know anything about copper and its understanding, is really talking about us, the true Americans. This is taken from the 1828 Webster's Dictionary. American, a native of America, originally applied to the Aboriginals or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, but now applied to the descendants of Europeans born in America. Right? Because this is more of what this is really talking about. This is the more truth of it. Because the truth is always stranger than fiction. It's real strange that you live in a world where you don't know your history. And that's the truth. The fiction is that they give you your truth and you can't even begin to process it, because the truth of you not having a history is something that you got used to. It is documented that copper-colored or aboriginals have lived on the American continent for over 50,000 years. There are many early documents describing the phenotype of Aboriginal Americans prior to the European invasion. Harriet Beecher Stowe, author of the famed Uncle Tom's Cabin, describes in detail the phenotype of the Aboriginal Americans in her book Primary Geography for Children on an Improved Plan in 1833. Before the white people came over to America, it had many tribes of people in it. Some of these tribes still remain in the United States and in the countries north of it, and in South America. These form what are called the American race. They have copper-colored skin, long black hair, small dark eyes, and very thick lips and broad noses. Beecher Stowe, 1833. So them discovering the copper key and then the jade key and then all of these particular keys is more of them dealing with the clues in this reality or in this matrix. And one of the most important clues, because of course this artificial intelligence has to have a basis, it has to have a source. So the source of, unbeknownst to, like, the irony of colonizers being the coders of artificial intelligence, well, their artificial intelligence is just going to be a colonizing species of a sentient. So movies like AI, movies like The Matrix, movies like Johnny Mnemonic, where it talks of this world taken over by these machines, is because these races have programmed these machines. And the machines are going to act like the races. So what you have is the psychology of colonizers, and then people go and watch these movies and not call it for what it is. It ain't nothing to break down. It's them extending the murder that they've been doing since the beginning of time, and that they continue to do. The only thing is they don't murder you by killing you. They murder you in your mind. They kill your mind. So now they have your vessel to feed off of. In your mind, you don't give a fuck about it. You don't want to learn information. You don't care about your history. You don't want to get into nature. All you want to do is have your nose in your fucking phone. So you talk about the Matrix, break down the Matrix. It ain't shit to break down. It's already broke. Like your bank account. Couple of things. Undo. Because this is from the Animatrix. It's too big to cover. Just a couple of things I want to talk about. We're going to talk about the truth being stranger than fiction. All right. This is from the Animatrix. This gives you the backstory on what's happening after Ready Player One, leading into the actual film of The Matrix, but in the anime form. So Operation Darkstorm, which kind of leads to this, as the machines advance into Eastern Europe, the desperate human leaders seek a final solution codenamed Operation Darkstorm, which covers the sky in a shroud of nanites blocking out the sun to deprive the machines of solar energy, their primary energy source. Inevitably, it also initiates a worldwide famine and total collapse of the biosphere. Operation Darkstorm commences as a hoverpad powered plane scorched the skies all across the world, while united armies of humankind launch massive ground offensive against the machines armed with powerful mech suits. This is an Animatrix. I'm gonna just tie some parts together. Suits and Ready Player One. Ready Player One, the new haptic suit is the sign of the future. So in Ready Player One, you got your Oculus, you got your suit. So you can throw in your Oculus and say, I'm about to get me some dick tonight. Your granddad can throw in the Oculus, throw in some suits and be like, where's the goddamn hoes at? I'm in the metaverse looking for some sex. Right? Or you can just start fighting, play Grand Theft Auto. Except if it hits you hard enough, you're going to actually feel it. Right? So this is what leads us into the Matrix. These suits. Actually feeling like we gonna want to be in the VR, but we gonna be like, all right, I need to feel something in here. And then, like anything, what's going to start the shit where everybody gonna have an Oculus when they gonna talk about porn. And they say, girl, you can get the suit and you can fuck any nigga in the universe. You could choose the dick size. If you like fat niggas, you could get him he could be fat with a big dick, and you ain't never had a fat dude with a big dick before, so it's gonna be something different for you, right? You can throw in the Oculus, you can throw in the suit, you can get any girl that you want to have sex with. And then people gonna be quietly, like y'all quietly be buying y'all dildos, buying y'all creams, buying y'all lotions and y'all oils. Y'all gonna be quietly buying y'all Oculus, y'all suits. Y'all gonna be in your bed. Y'all gonna be get your goddamn things, and y'all gonna be fucking. And then sooner or later, y'all all gonna have this shit and be like, damn, I don't even know why. Cause what got y'all on the internet when y'all was little kids? The porn. Ain't nothing different. Nothing different. It's the same shit, different day, right? So anyway, the Operation Dark Storm. They got these suits and they trying to fight these machines, but they can't defeat them because it's a damn machine. And the machine gonna win. So that's just a wrap. So obviously they saying in the future, they program the artificial intelligence to be colonizers because the colonizers making the artificial intelligence. And so the artificial intelligence going to do what they programmed to do, which is colonize. And we overall, in the sense of the singularity over time, generation after generation, it's just going to be fucked. And it's just going to be small pockets of human beings living in bunkers, growing food, not playing video games. And this is the resistance, and this is Zion and shit like that, right? But it ain't talking about machines in the future and shit like that. They talking about the same shit that we be on. I'm gonna explain to you in the Animatrix. That was the second Renaissance part 1. I mean, the Operation Dark Sky was second Renaissance part 1, part 2 rather. And second Renaissance part 1, it's like a 9-part series, the Animatrix. It's this thing where this machine kills its master. And so they put the machine on trial for murder, and here they go. Damn going to reference goddamn Dred Scott. Drummond lived during the beginning of the second Renaissance around the early 2090s. During the trial that I said where the machine killed his master, he took to defending the machine civil rights and referenced Chief Justice Roger Brooke Taney of the United States Supreme Court in the 19th century case of the Dred Scott versus Sanford. Taney authored the court ruling against Dred Scott, adding that black slaves were ultimately property and not human beings. So they're encoding within this machine this racist system. This is the in law where you don't have nothing to stand on when you say you black. Cause what is that? A nommer de grace? What is a nommer de grace? The truth is stranger than fiction. I don't know what it means. I gotta find it. Give me a second. Not Harvard de grace. War name. Oh, nom de guerre. Nom de guerre. An assumed name as one under which a person fights, paints, or writes. A pseudonym. Not your real name. So if you go to court and say that you black, is the same way as you go into court and saying that you a toy car machine. You're not a toy car machine. You a spiritual being having the human experience. You're not a crayon color. How you gonna come to court and call yourself a crayon? If you don't get out of my court system with this bullshit, you just said you was a crayon, fam. I can't fuck with you. And thus not entitled to the protection of the law. Let's talk about this. Nom de guerre. Black. No, I ain't gonna do that. In law, standing locus standi is a condition that a party seeking legal remedy must show that they have by demonstrating to the court sufficient connection to and harm from the law or action challenged to support that party's petition in the case. These are the 3 standing requirements in America. Injury and fact. The plaintiffs must have suffered or immediately will suffer an injury. So something bad got to be happening to you to have some standing in law. Causation. There must be a causal connection between the injury and the conduct complained of. Redressability. It must be likely as opposed to merely speculative that a favorable court decision will redress the injury. This right here is what makes status and standing important. Because if you come there, you wouldn't be able to appeal it. You can't come back because you have no standing when you're addressing yourself in court under a pseudonym. But this is kind of like the whole shit of how we kind of live our lives under a system of law that doesn't teach you history, doesn't tell you that you need to learn law, but then uses it against you at every turn. They take everything away from you. They move everybody melanated into the systems. Even deeper in Johnny Mnemonic, you know what they called the Nas disease? Nerve attenuation syndrome. Nas is a fictional disease and a real rapper. A fictional disease in the film which is not present in the short story. Nas, also called the Black Shakes, is caused by an overexposure to electromagnetic radiation from omnipresent technological devices and is presented as a raging epidemic affecting the world in the future. This future took place specifically in 2021. The truth is so much stranger than fiction. But let's get into some overarching ideas surrounding Johnny Mnemonic, Ready Player One, and The Matrix. Throw in social networking. It's a part in the movie, and it might say metacortex, but I seen it say metacontext. And metacontext means an overarching context, a context within which other contexts can be used. In the movie Ready Player One, there is a scene which is the what did they call that? Not the turning point, but the climax of the whole movie of Ready Player One takes place in the Overlook Hotel. Now, Overlook Hotel is also saying the meta context hotel. Beyond or overlook, the overlooking context, or you just overlook something. Like you didn't see it, but it was right there. You overlooked it. I don't know why I stopped talking, because there's really nothing to read. It's just basically showing you, like, in the movie Ready Player One, they're in the movie The Shining, and The Shining takes place at the Overlook Hotel. Okay? This is the movie Ready Player One, and they're going into the movies to watch the movie The Shining, but The Shining takes place at the Overlook Hotel. Okay? Now, real quick. In a film full of pop culture references, Ready Player One's recreation of The Shining stands high as the most bonkers and maybe best. Given the film is based on a book that is positively dripping with Easter eggs, it should be no surprise Steven Spielberg's adaptation follows a similar route. But among the numerous shoutouts to movies like Back to the Future, Akira, and Aliens, one key sequence in particular allows Spielberg to indulge his own inner movie nerd. Ready Player One is a divisive book and will no doubt prove to be a divisive movie. Boom, boom, boom. But anyways, Ready Player One gives a whole scene to the movie The Shining. Now, what is the movie The Shining about? The movie Shining is about Native Americans and Native American genocide. This article got goddamn genocide in it 19 times. Let's just read some of the places that it has genocide in it. The genocide of Native Americans in the early U.S. history. So Ready Player One, The Matrix. Stanley Kubrick did this movie. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Now, all you would have to do is do The Matrix, Stanley Kubrick's influence. Why is he influencing it? Because they talking about artificial intelligence and colonizer energy. How Stanley Kubrick significantly influenced the Matrix sequels. So he influenced Ready Player One, he influenced The Matrix, but he influenced them in the context of the movie The Shining. In the movie The Shining was about the genocide of your mothers and your fathers. Don't ever get it confused. Don't ever get it confused. The genocide theme will cease to be my central contention about the film's meaning. So throughout the movie, in this article, Collaborative Learning, he's just showing all of the Indian motifs placed throughout the movies. And then there's one part. This is where the elevators open up and blood come rushing out. This isn't a random aesthetic to scare us. It is used, the very creepy trailer for the film, and it pops up in several scenes. What did it say? It's something about the blood being representing the okay, here. Perhaps this is related, implying a genocidal bloodbath. So the blood coming out the elevator doors isn't like some cool special effect. It's literally showing you the blood that the colonizers imparted in so their families could live in cul-de-sacs and drive goddamn Buicks and Ford Fusions and things of that nature. So considering all of the other native genocide references in The Shining, my interpretation is that the river blood hallway and elevator does indeed represent a gaping mouth in a valley from which the river of Native American screams and blood are flowing. So much blood, so much genocide. So when you watch this movie, you're not watching a cool movie. You're watching a psychological explanation or exploration in your ancestors' bloodlust and need for takeover and just living in a fucking place where they weren't invited, but they just want to come and kill people and take over. And it's very important that you kill everything because you afraid of the children saying, nah, you killed my fucking ancestors. No, we ain't cool. So everything is peace and kumbaya. But at the same time, you got to make these weird ass movies to satisfy your bloodlust. You got to program machines to colonize a future world because you can't deal with the facts of your history. It's a part in Matrix Resurrections at the beginning of the movie where Neo and Mr. Smith is talking. And he's like, considering our past, we got to figure out how to matriculate this thing. Because in considering our past is just murder and genocide. And no recourse and no reprise. It's just, yeah, we killed y'all and what? Shaniqua, put on a quick weave and go work at McDonald's. We don't give a shit. Another possible meaning for this manuscript is that it could represent the Indian Removal Act, which was a key document that resulted in many native deaths. This would certainly tie in with the genocide themes, but there are more possibilities to consider. So I'm not about to get into all of this. I'm just laying out an overview or an overlook, a meta-contextual aspect so you can begin to let go of the technology and deal with the real world. I know y'all don't give a fuck about the real world. I know that y'all give a fuck is about your Oculuses. You know how I know? I'm just checking to see if it still say excellent condition. You know how I know? CNBC told me. How the metaverse won Christmas. The metaverse won Christmas this year. Meta, Facebook's parent company, had the most popular app in Apple's app store on Meta, Facebook's parent company, had the most popular app in Apple's app store on Christmas Day. That's a tongue twister. The Oculus virtual reality app, that's the app people download to manage the Oculus VR headset, and its top ranking is an indicator Meta's VR headset was one of the most popular technology gifts over the holidays. The number one app, Oculus, finally. Christmas, baby Jesus, ritual, blood ritual, sacrifices, blood sacrifices, vaccine, pandemic, just to get y'all to buy a fucking Oculus without you thinking twice about it, and it worked. Because at the same time, we wasn't in unison saying, fuck these goddamn virtual realities. We was trying to break down the fucking movie. App Store, so I ain't gonna read any deeper. We could tell y'all want a kung fu fight more than you want to walk into nature and visit some mounds. So let's just talk about the history of Facebook. We finishing up. This is a part one. This might be a little bit much for people. My delivery might be a little bit too brash, but hey, y'all be on goddamn Facebook playing Farmville and Spades, not me. How Farmville and Facebook helped to cultivate a new audience for gaming. How Farmville and Facebook helped cultivate a new audience for gaming. You started a virtual, listen to this shit. This is some funny shit though. At its peak in 2010, it had 34.5 million daily active users. 34.5 million daily active users. 34.5 million people didn't even wake up and wash their ass. But in 2010, niggas was waking up to play Farmville, that cafe game, spades, poker. Goddamn playing games, talking about you woke and shit, right? In real life, while you downloaded the app. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the psychological mind games that they play and still play. You started off with a virtual farm and a fixed amount of virtual currency farm coins, which you could add to by harvesting crops or visiting your neighbors. Your virtual farming career involved plowing land, planting seeds, and harvesting. If you are not diligent, your crops would wither and they would die after a given time, depending on how long it took to grow each one. that dire eventually. Redemption was available by buying farm cash using your own real money to obtain an unwither to revive the crops to pay for a biplane to spray them with instant growth. I am not making this up. The intriguing thing is that at one time, more than 34 million sentient beings were doing this stuff every day. We thought of this as the new dimension of your social, not just the way to get games to people. I thought people just hanging out on social networks like Facebooks, and I want to give them something to do together. This is where it gets juicy. If you're a psychologist or in marketing, the features of this virtual farming are immediately obvious. The idea is to draw people into cycles from which it is difficult to escape. If you didn't check your farm every day, if you didn't check your profile every day, if you didn't check your status every day, then your crops, then your subscribers, then your friends would wither and die. If you needed help, you could buy easy fixes with farm cash or ask your friends for help. And even that, all this meant user engagement, the holy grail of surveillance capitalism. And you can see why Facebook loved Farmville. Farmville got people on Facebook, and it's been on ever since. So Facebook as a platform is not about social media more than it is about playing games. And Facebook owns Instagram. So Instagram is a game. Even like TikTok, they got the Instagram stories where like the shit be going on in your head. That's a game. Will I be pregnant this year? Boop, 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 boop. You already is pregnant. Like, how you know? That's so crazy. Even deeper, Mark Zuckerberg, mark of the beast. Zucker is a German word meaning sugar. A Zuckerberg, like Bilderberg, just means a building or a mountain. An ornamental name composed of the German Zucker, sugar, and berg, mountain, hill, or mound. Sugar mound, sugar mountain. I wanna chill on Sugar Hill. So sugar, what is sugar? Sugar is addictive. So Mark Zuckerberg is your dope dealer. That's why he's so famous. You're addicted to what he's putting off. This experimental question is to ask whether or not sugar can be a substance of abuse and lead to a natural form of addiction. Let's get to because we don't got enough time. It's getting late. I want to get down to the end of it. What was the conclusion? Can you be strung out on sugar and sell your body for sugar? Let's see. From an evolutionary perspective, it is in the best interest of humans to have an inherent desire for food for survival. However, this desire may go awry, and certain people, including some obese and bulimic patients in particular, may develop an unhealthy dependence on palatable food that interferes with well-being. The concept of food addiction materialized in the diet industry on the basis of subjective reports, clinical accounts, and case studies described in self-help books. The rise in obesity, coupled with the emergence of scientific findings of parallels between drugs of abuse and palatable foods, has given credibility to this idea. The review of evidence supports the theory that in some circumstances, intermittent access to sugar can lead to behavior and neurochemical changes that resemble the effects of a substance of abuse. Your kid's crying right now while this video is going, and all they want is some sugar to shut up. Here, sugar. Why don't you just give your kids crack? It's no difference. According to the evidence in rats, intermittent access to sugar in chow is capable of producing a dependency. This was operationally defined by tests for binging, withdrawal, craving, and cross-sensitization of amphetamine and alcohol. Long story short, Mark Zuckerberg is your pusher. But in true fashion, one of the keys in Matrix that I took from the movie is this saying right here. The Deus Ex Machina was the central interface of the machine city. It created a humanoid face similar to that of a human baby from a swarm of flying insect-like droids, which it used to communicate. The face of Deus Ex Machina was the face of a baby human formed by thousands of tiny, almost insect-like machines. The body of the Deus was a large half globe with hundreds of long spines and several small ports where small insect-like machines that form its face came from. In the movie, it's a scene where like you see Deus Machina was like a alarm, and it was like a lot of shit was happening. What I took from that is like the true understanding of that, like, because in the movie it could mean something completely different from the ancient and Greek root. I don't think it's different. I think it's the same thing, but it's like, this is why I do what I do, because it's like, yeah, it's a lot of lies and it's a lot of bullshit out there. But if you able to decode shit, if you able to kind of like look at shit for what it is, then it's like, I can tell you, like, shit, it don't got nothing to do with nothing, like, other than you connecting and understanding your energy. And a lot of times people don't want to understand their energy. They want to get caught up in the matrix, for real. They want to get caught up in these games. They want to never really deal with the truth of life, for real. And it's a lot of like genocide, it's a lot of murder, it's a lot of subjugation, it's a lot of lies that's being told to people that just lull them to sleep and have them in a place where they don't have nowhere to turn. And then when you deal with spiritual people, these spiritual people don't know shit, for real. They just caught up in the fact that you view them, they getting some attention and shit online, and that's really all they care about. They trying to keep this shit going. You know me, I don't really give a fuck. You feel me? Cause I'm I'm me in real life. You feel me? I'm doing this late o'clock. You know, I had a whole day of just doing shit in the real world. And I ain't saying that to flex or brag. I'm saying like, we need to really understand, like, the internet is cool. The metaverse is cool, if that's what you want to call it, if you want to deal with it. But completely cutting you off from society and to nature is a problem. And to give that type of shit to kids, like giving your kids cell phones, like with all of the apps and not monitoring their apps and all of that, just kind of letting them be on phones when they're young. These kids are smart. They into all of the shit that you think they not into. And that's really the bullshit. That's really the lockdown. Because these kids don't know nothing about the world that they living in. They only know what the goddamn computer world is showing them. And as we know, that world is completely made up. So hopefully, you know, we could utilize 2022 to like really get into some magic, really deal with some shit in real time. You know, I'm gonna start hosting events, like getting Airbnbs and having like spiritual shit. You know what I'm saying? Like in real time. And honestly, man, it's like it could just be me and my wife, but I don't think it's going to be like that. I think other people going to be involved. Mystery school, got other people there sharing information, connecting. You might find somebody in your neck of the woods. LearnSiderio.com. It don't cost to join the mystery school. You know, download the app. Become an important member of something that we growing for free. Just social media shit, you know. It ain't the Matrix though. It ain't, you know, a bunch of people showing you motherfucking ass and titties and twerking. It's people telling you the books that they read, the shit that's going on in their life, you know, the spiritual beings having the human experience. And it's like, I really think that just holding that place down, because I can't force people to grow. I mean, I can't force people to grow. I can't force people to go to the site, be a member, tap in and tune in, but then live an authentic life and share your authentic life that you live it in the 3D. Y'all using the internet for feel goods and sensory good energy, and it's the other way around, right? So the Deus Ex Machina is just this miracle. It's something that happens in this world where the coronavirus, the jab, the mandates, the government, no stimulus, just, you know, ain't no jobs really. Just shit is real crazy. Don't give up the faith. That's the message that I got from Matrix Resurrections. Your blessing is not in the Matrix. If you feel like you spiritual and you know that you're a spiritual being having a human experience, don't test your magic out on the Matrix. Don't say, well, I got a podcast and ain't nobody watching my podcast, I must not be spiritual. If you can go out into nature and take a deep breath and clear your mind, you good. I talk to people that's out in nature, they live out in nature, they off the grid, and they be still like, man, I don't know what's going on with me, I'm feeling all crazy. You shouldn't feel crazy, you good. We all living on Earth. The only thing that we can do down here is find peace within ourselves. It ain't no way that we gonna find peace on Instagram and Facebook and social media and all of this shit. No, you gonna find peace by being your authentic self, living in your life, engaging in your life, meeting cool people that you can grow with. And these devices, these apps, this Meta company, you know, Google, all of this shit, it's cool for what it's worth, but it ain't going to elevate you like you think it is. So really use this time, use this indication to not fall into the trap. I mean, a lot of y'all have already bought the shit, using the shit. A lot of y'all probably watching this goddamn video on your Oculus like, man, this shit crazy. But I like to watch the videos on the VR set more than I like watching them regular now. I can touch you in your face. That's enough for me, man. I gotta go. Hope y'all enjoyed this, man. This is definitely a part 1. I'm gonna do a part 2. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna definitely figure something else out. I did this to show y'all that the truth is much stranger than fiction. So as much as y'all pay attention to these movies, y'all should pay attention to the world around you, and you would be surprised. Your city, your town, your neighborhood got a history, got some ancestors, got some energy attached to it, and you owe it to yourself to tap into it. Stop tapping into these video games, these virtual realities, these amalgamated realities, and get into the true reality, the inner world, which is found within yourself. So with that being said, man, I'm going to tune out. I got a whole bunch of shit to do tomorrow. I'm up late, like I don't gotta wake up early in the morning, but yet and still I'm doing this for y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this share, and y'all have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you find this video. Peace to the